And oftentimes helicopters will fly down. Not a lot of traffic today. But I thought I'd share it with you again today, guys. Pumping out the content for you. It's a full-time job. Hey, I'm just pumping out live streams today. Crazy. I find it very relaxing. I'm just sitting and chilling. And then I realize I'm like, I bet you somebody else would enjoy watching what I'm watching. And I share it. So, welcome back, guys. Oh, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. It's people like you to keep me here, and all you guys that hit like and everything on these videos. So you're helicopter watching with a MustangMedic. They do exercises down the Potomac River almost every day. You'll see people randomly posting helicopter over DC, and they typically video them here. Technically, I guess it's over DC. There's not a lot of boats today, I guess because it's a Thursday afternoon at 6:44 p.m. I'm gonna go home soon. Did I video the Texas disasters? I went to McAllen, Texas, and videoed the disaster that's called immigration that's going on right now, or illegal immigration. So if I see a helicopter, I'm going to do the best I can. I'm obviously on tripod today, not handheld. Lost some viewers because I was too shaky. It's going to happen. We got a boat right here. This could be something to video. Yeah, I've seen Biden at the White House. I've seen him 4 times. I've videoed him 3 times to prove that he's there. He is there, guys. I'm sorry. I know you don't want to hear that, but it is there. He's there. Trying to loosen up all the controls. I can move it a little bit easier. What the heck? What control am I missing? And then we'll pick up a ferry boat in a second. And there's the ferry boat. Whoops, sorry. Bad camera work. I didn't bring the higher end tripod. Ferry taxi. It must be on an uneven table. No, the White House is not empty. I've spoken to a number of Secret Service agents. They laugh when I ask if Joe Biden's in there. I see activity every day at the White House. People going in and out. The White House is not empty. I can report that as a fact because I'm on the ground in DC. You're being deceived by whoever's telling you it's empty. Let them go. Don't watch the channels that lie to you, please. Looks like we're doing a lot of boat spotting. There's not much helicopters flying today. Usually there's always helicopters flying. So I find that interesting. It's relatively quiet. Helicopters are always more exciting than boats, but you know, we'll do what we can do. This is 720, unfortunately, because we're live streaming. It's a lot more beautiful and double the resolution. Thank you. I appreciate that, Chris. I gotta put my glasses on. This is a shaded area, so it's much easier for me to read. The camera was in the sun last time. It is a great view, isn't it? I mean, I think that what I'm trying to do with, me in DC is just show you guys what the city's really like. There's so many fantasies about DC and how dangerous it is. Don't get me wrong, the crime rate's up because of all the policies they've been doing with defund the police and everything. But I just want to dispel the myths and show the truth. Now I want KFC. I don't know why you want KFC into something. Thank you, Veronica. De Los Santos. I think I got it right. Penguin 6 is actually in Hong Kong. He's not in China. Andrew's in Hong Kong. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. Andrew and I support each other with intel. He's a good man. He's a supporter of the truth. Most of them aren't. But Andrew is. You got your teddy bears for sanity? That's funny, Michael. Where in Hong Kong? I don't know. It's probably personal information. He has said that it's in Hong Kong, and I don't give up anybody's personal information of what he shared with me. MustangMedic does answering the YouTube surveys before videos help out at all. Medic does answering the YouTube surveys before videos. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't do any surveys that I know of. Loosen this up. Thanks, Gravy. I appreciate that. Sometimes I think that my videos are just kind of boring, like this one. You know what I mean? Nobody's getting punched. Nothing's on fire. Police cars aren't swerving around. But I've got plenty of that too. YouTube sometimes has surveys before videos start. What do they say, Flapjack? I don't know about these. I've never seen that. Is there a Cash App for MM? Yes, there is. 856-332-9044. The phone number connected to Cash App is 856-332-9044. Appreciate your future gift that you're planning. I appreciate the question. Yeah, I want to hear all sides. I'm trying to show people that we can listen to each other. It's the only way we're going to start to unify, and they're doing it on purpose to divide us as a people by 19 genders and rich and poor and gay and straight and Christian and Muslim and Jewish person. It's like we have to be able to listen to each other to build bridges. That's why you never see logos on me, although I am wearing a Fulls jersey today. But I'll never wear logos because I don't want people to put up walls because they think I believe, because most people don't know what I believe because, well, you do know what I believe. I believe in God. So that basically gives you a structure of my belief system. But I was so proud, me thinking that I think President Trump's the best president we've ever had. And somebody saying to me, "Why are you going to a Trump rally, MustangMedic?" I thought it was awesome. He's like, been watching you for a while and never knew that I think that President Trump was one of the best presidents. And it's funny because people will just freak out and they just can't handle it. But straight up, the man kept his word. He did everything he promised he was going to do. I mean, shouldn't we expect that from a politician? I mean, we're now expecting politicians to lie to us and think that's normal behavior. No, no, no. I reject that wholeheartedly. It's okay, Polly, if you like President Biden. It's like I respectfully disagree with you. I would like to know what you like about him because I'm trying to learn something good about him. I haven't really seen anything yet. Thank you, Veronica. I appreciate the support. I'm very grateful. Grateful for all you guys. This is such a surreal experience for me. Yeah, this is the Potomac River. Where's the body of water? I don't know. I've been here 6 months, and if you guys watch my videos, you know what I've learned. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, I mean, right, Melanie? I mean, it's like this strange phenomenon of these people that hate him, and he did so many good things for the American people, and it's like, how do you ignore that? How do you ignore that? Sure, it's inappropriate what he said about women. And lots of people say lots of inappropriate things at times, and whatever. But he's a human being, and it's his policies. Personally, I like the man. He talks straight. From like he doesn't hold back. And anybody, no matter what your point of view is, for the most part, if you're just who you are and you're real, I appreciate you. I do. I think we all just need to be real. We don't have to worry about what people think of us. We just have to be us and let God work it out. Let God work it out. Yeah, patriot's a patriot. I mean, a patriot to me is a person that loves America, loves what we stand for, and it doesn't matter where you. I mean, we're all. My grandfather is from Germany, and I mean, we're all coming in here. I was born in Jersey. Thank you, Swanet. Swanet. Thank you, Swanet. I appreciate that. Love Texas. I'm supposed to be getting some lizard skin boots that this one company that was. I told them I'd do an ad for them for a pair of boots, and I guess they're dragging their heels because they're not watching the view count going up, and they haven't sent them to me. They only want $300 for them, but again, that's a luxury that I can't afford right now. Someday I'll have my lizard skin boots, size 13. I have big feet. No communism here, absolutely not. Medic 2024. Want to hear a funny story? I'm going to tell you a funny story. I should turn the camera on. No, just leave the camera. You don't need to see my face. On Sunday, I was covering a Jewish. It was a protest predominantly of Jewish people with no fear. Hashtag no fear. And I was in front of the Capitol, which is new now because the Capitol fencing is gone. So we're in the Capitol a lot. Boat watch. And I got approached by 2 Capitol policemen, and they said, "Can we talk to you for a moment?" I'm like, "Sure." So they pulled me aside from the crowd, and they were asking me about. They were asking me about what I do, because I've got I got a utility belt on, and the cowboy hat, and a backpack. I got press on the back of the backpack. a patch, and a badge, I guess, and a lanyard. So I kind of stick out. Plus I'm 6'4", you know what I mean? So I definitely stick out. And I told him about MustangMedic, and you guys all know about the tenets and everything. I told him about the tenets and how we're all related, listening to each other, respecting each other, and loving one another. And after I told them I had a taser and I had pepper spray on me. They seemed wide-eyed about that. They were surprised. I've been hanging out with the Secret Service officers so much at around the White House that I knew I was legal with the pepper spray and the taser that I had, because we've been through it a number of times. And they said, well, tasers aren't legal at the Capitol. I said, oh. I said, well, I didn't know that, so I will surrender it. If I need to surrender it, I'll happily surrender it, because I'm not looking to do anything illegal. And I'll just wear my taser, around the White House where I know it's legal. I actually told a Secret Service officer this story that I'm telling you right now, and he got upset with me. He told me that I should have fought it and gone to court about it and everything, that he didn't think it was legal what they did. But of course, my source is going to remain nameless, because I'm starting to build a lot of nice relationships with the Secret Service around the White House, and I appreciate those guys. Mostly guys, no women talk to me, but the guys talk to me. So I compliment the women. I say, not thank you for your service, but I don't know. They tend to be a little bit standoffish. I guess maybe it's because I'm a guy. I don't know. So they told me they were going to bring in higher management over, some people that were in management, whatever that means, and two plainclothes people, white, 30-year-old man, 30-year-old woman, dressed in regular clothes. And I called them. I said, oh, you're undercover. I said, you're plain clothes. She goes, well, we're not plain clothes. I said, well, then you're undercover. And I laughed. They didn't laugh. But we were talking, and everything I already said to you guys, to the other officers. And then they asked me these interesting questions. They asked me if I was pro-government. They said, don't take offense to these questions, but we have to ask you these questions. We ask everybody. And I said, okay. And they said, are you pro-government? I said, yeah, I'm pro-government. I said, I might be running for something in the near future, the way things are going. And then they immediately started writing on their pads. They were writing everything on their steno pads. They had pads. They weren't doing like thumbs with, their phones. They were handwriting their notes. They got my address, my physical address. They got my social security number, my license number, my family members. I gave up the information. I don't get upset about that stuff. I don't have anything to hide. So they said that they were done, and that these officers were they've got to do something with me too. And I was like, oh, okay. So they left, and the officers told me that they needed to take my taser. So I just raised my hands up. They reached on my utility belt and took my $20 taser. So lost the taser. My girls have tasers, pink tasers. So I'll just carry a pink taser when I'm at the White House. I've got a few death threats, mostly people that are, unfortunately, it's kind of anon people that are not happy with me and what I'm reporting. I take precautions. You very rarely hear me announce that I'm going to be doing a live stream days before. I do that on purpose. And, I've got situational awareness because I was an EMT firefighter, more so that I think than the average person. Don't get me wrong. People can sneak up on you. But I don't have any fear, and I know that God has his hands on it. To keep it interesting. 3 thumbs up if we have video. Okay? Buffering really bad. Do you guys have video? Can I get 3 thumbs up if you got video? Do you have audio? Can you hear me? Is there anybody out there? There'll be no more. You can feel a little sick. Hello, hello, hello. Just a little pinprick. Hello. I'm 56 years old, so I was brought up in Pink Floyd. Okay, we got both. Thank you. There is no helicopters flying today. Super unusual. See, there's always something unusual. Either there's lots of helicopters or there's no helicopters. And they are flying no practice missions today. I was going to do, yesterday I saw a bunch of helicopters flying by. I thought to myself, I should come to the Potomac and do helicopter watching. And nothing. How long have we been videoing now? 40 minutes? Maybe not. All right, I'm going to pray for it. Lord, I am praying for an interesting helicopter to fly by on this live stream. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Let's see what happens. Let's wait for the helicopter. Because God is good all the time. All right, God, bring us a helicopter, please. Just one. Am I going to be denied on video, Lord? Maybe. It's not the first time he said no. It's so funny. I think God's protecting me because any women that I have found myself attracted to that like I've wanted to like hang out with, they always are not interested. And I like to think that I'm interesting. So it's obviously God's protection in my opinion. Or they're just not attracted to me. Imagine that. No helicopter. Come on, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, yes, Lord. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above. Wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. It really is beautiful out here. I mean, it's just parks and old trees. I love old trees. Look at that old tree. You know, there's just all kinds of beautiful things out here. And there's lots of history. I kept saying to myself, I thought in the first month when I didn't have anything to cover, I would just start to do like history lessons of the monuments and everything and do some, you know, United States history because there's so many different monuments out here. And I have not had time to do it. I haven't even gone after my press credentials. I still haven't gone after I haven't made an effort to get my press credentials. My friend Don was supposed to invite me or tell me about it every day to annoy me, but he's forgotten to. So it's not like there haven't been opportunities for interesting press, nor have I been limited by them, with the exception of being inside the White House or the Capitol. But my goal is to get press credentials. And my point of view is the longer I wait and the more stories I report, you know, beating the mainstream media, so-called legacy media, old media, I think it's going to help me get those press credentials that will get me into the Capitol building, and I'll be able to get interviews with senators. I am probably going to have an interview with Ted Cruz and also Mike Lindell. Those would be really cool. I've interviewed Clay Clark and Pastor Arthur, who's being persecuted in Canada. I'm going to see him at the Clay Clark's conference tomorrow or the next day on Saturday, and I invited him to invite me to fly with him to Canada because he thinks he's going to be arrested when he goes back into Canada, and I want to fly with him and possibly video the arrest, or hopefully nothing, and we can go visit his church, and we'll just do a video series focusing on Pastor Arthur. He's a Christian pastor that's going through holy heck in Canada. Canada's got some crazy laws. You're not allowed to give homeless people stuff in Canada. You can get in trouble for that. I mean, that's how crazy Canada has gotten. And if you search MustangMedic Pastor Arthur, you'll see my interview with him. It's very powerful what he's been through and the persecution from the north that's coming our way, because we are in the middle of a Marxist playbook right now, guys. And there are no helicopters. This is almost interesting. There's no, thank you, Beverly. Hang on, let me read Beverly's comment. Where are my glasses? Can you tell I'm tired? I'm grunting a lot. Hi from Wisconsin, connecting consciousness. Simon, met you in the South Dakota Nepalese restaurant. Hey, what's up, Beverly? Thanks for the tip box. Appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. and it was great meeting you. Are you going, Beverly? Are you going to any of the other conferences, like the Colorado Springs one or this one that's coming up? I know it's sold out. The one in Anaheim. Godwin 777 says hi, Beverly. Gary Gravy's got a shout out to Bruce, the best man in his or her life. Was it the Wisconsin one last night? There was one in Wisconsin last night. I would love to go to Trump CPAC rally. When is that coming up? I don't know when that's coming up. I'll definitely make a point of going. I'm going to get media credentials. Bruce, Gravy, shout out to you. You guys are shout outing each other. It's funny. Do you guys like these live streams that are just kind of mellow with me talking in the background and not showing much? Jesus is coming back very soon, so take note. My Texas trip, I went on my Texas trip. Godwin's at 77.7. You can see it in the playlist. If you go to playlist on MustangMedic on YouTube, God is great, Bruce. Flapjack, thank you for the support. Appreciate it. Okay, wait a minute. What's Kathy saying? OMG, you people like Donna who are still only getting their info from MSM and what they said about that moment of Trump at the church. Need to do your research, not on Google. Use DuckDuckGo. I agree. Use DuckDuckGo. Algorithms. I highly suggest DuckDuckGo. That's what I use. Thank you, Mason. Yeah, that was quite a trip, man. That was exhausting. That was a lot of driving. Well, the guys were fun, and we got to see a lot of really cool stuff. Yeah, MSM, forget about MSM. They're total propagandists for the DNC. Everything is. All the legacy media is propaganda for DNC. And the new media that I'm in is propaganda for this, a lot of QAnon beliefs that aren't coming true. Now we're waiting for August 13th for President Trump to take over again. I'll be reporting and most likely reporting that nothing's going on, but they're going to sell that story as hard as they can to get views. So mind you, if a channel, a new media channel, meaning YouTube or whatever, lies to you and says something's going to happen for a fact, then let them go when you learn they lie to you. If I lie to you, let me go. Don't watch Mustang Medic if I lie to you. I might have to do a correction or two, but my intent will never be to lie to you because God has put me here to do this. And if I lie to you, I won't be honoring God and he'll slam the door in my nose and I won't be able to do this anymore. So, and even if it doesn't work out financially and I can't stay in DC, I'm going to just keep seeking the truth. It's what I do. I've got 8,000 videos online. I'm not exaggerating. Look at my video count on Mustang Medic. And if you want to see the views and everything, if you want to truth check me, fact check me, whatever it is, you can go to socialblade.com and type in Mustang Medic and see the views that we're getting. And they have a approximate income. I'm telling you straight up right now, it's approximately $8,000. Last month was $4,000 because we lost 2 weeks. And right now I'm hoping and praying to God I'm going to make the rent this month because of it. And that was on a bogus video that they considered hate speech, which basically said the lights go off at the White House at 11 o'clock every night and respect the police. And I thank the Secret Service for giving me the confidence to be able to do the video. They were chuckling off camera because there was about 5 guys next to my camera, 5 Capitol Police. They get a kick out of me, I think. Oh, that's right. August 13th is the EBS test alert. Thank you. I've reported that. I forgot that was the same date. That's probably where they're coming up with August 13th as being the day that something's going to go down, that it's not just a test, it's something else. A A lot of people are talking about blackouts for like, 2 or 3 or like a week or a month or something. And then they're going to run movies or something about what's happening and the financial reset and President Trump's taken back over and all of that stuff. So far, none of it's panned out. The one that I actually believed and actually said to CNN was that Joe Biden was not going to get inaugurated. I believed that to be true, and it was not. It was true. He got inaugurated. So I'm being very careful about that. What did Q not promise? Who is Q? I mean, if you know who Q is, let me know who Q is, because Q is a theory of 80 people within the government or President Trump and JFK Jr. is still alive. There's no evidence to that claim. So I gotta have evidence, guys. I can't go off of hearsay. Can't accept it in court, and I'm not going to accept it here at MustangMedic. Military think tank, PSYOP. We don't need false hope. I call it hopium. Donna, go to a dentist. That's what they're telling you to do. Yeah, they promise dates all the time. You can say they don't promise dates. They commit dates, which is pretty funny that they commit dates. They do dates all the time. This month, this is going to happen. They got to stop doing that. Oh, General Flynn, on the subject of General Flynn, he was interviewed. I posted it on Telegram, on our feed, on our channel, Mustang Medic on Telegram. Right out during an interview of General Flynn, he said that President Trump is not in control of the military. He goes, that is false. And he said, what was the second thing he said? He said, President Trump's not in control of the military. And I can't remember the second thing. I'm tired. Help me, guys. It was on video. What did he say? 2 things that General Flynn said. One, that President Trump is not controlling the military, and that he's not coming back before the election. General Flynn said that. So you could keep saying he endorsed Q, but he's also talking against QAnon theories. That I call it QAnon theories because they're not true, and that I'm a friend of the Anons because we're both information seekers. There's some runners. Let's look at some runners. I should start running. I don't even know how long I'd last. I'm not in the greatest of shape. I never realized that live streams were 720. In other words, a resolution. Yeah, but the disinformation claim is like such an easy thing to do. So how can I ever prove what's true if when I prove that nothing's going on at the White House and then they say it's disinformation, but I'm videoing it actually happening, how do I ever prove what's true or what's not true? That's why there's some people that believe that the QAnon thing is a psyop to distract the patriots that are holding on to it. And then, we're not going to focus on the midterms and focus on the task at hand, which is getting our government back and putting constitutions back in. So we're not, chasing rabbits. That's cool. Look at that. Isn't that relaxing? That looks nice. I'd like to be out there with them. Little do they know that they're on learn to discern. I don't know who you're talking to on that one. I have learned to discern. Watch, these people will be like, you were on video on MustangMedic's live stream. Were we? Crap. Hopefully they're not doing anything illegal. It's just when you think you got privacy, you're on a live stream to 184 people. That's DC. Everything's on camera. Not everything is on audio, but everything's pretty much filmed in DC. That's why it's a relatively safe city. There's police everywhere. There's more than like 200 police forces. Each building has got its own police force. It's gonna be time for me to go home and get ready for the flight tomorrow. Gotta check what time I'm flying. No helicopters. Amazing. Sat here for an hour, hour and a half, no helicopters. Very strange. Oh crap. Oh crap, I gotta be on a flight at 7 a.m. At least I'm flying out of Ronald Reagan Airport, so it won't be bad. Gotta get there quick. Yeah, I still have to wear a mask when I'm on a plane. I'm flying out to Anaheim, California. That's where the Clay Clark's, I believe it's still called Health and Freedom Conference, although I understand that General Flynn gave Clay a different name, and he's calling it a different name. I'm trying to find out from his people if that's true. I'm going to all the events this year. I was invited to all of them until I'm not invited. But I've been invited to all the events, and if you want to go to one of them, you can look up Clay Clark's Health and Freedom Conferences, and if you use the promo code Mustang, you'll save 10% on the ticket. And a lot of speakers, a lot of good times, a lot of like-minded people, and you'll enjoy yourself. Thank you. Have a safe flight in our prayers. Text me on an interview opportunity. I gotta click on that. This one's from Godwin's 77.7 Proud Hancock. Have safe flight in our prayers. Text me on interview opportunity. God bless you and your girls. And bless you and girls. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. God bless you. And appreciate your support a great deal. You are the people, part of the people that are helping me stay in DC. I'm very grateful. It's not cheap here. It's not cheap. And I'm operating without savings, so God just keeps saying, are you gonna trust me? I came to DC on January 6th with $200 in the bank, and now I've been living in DC for 6 months. We serve an amazing God. You never know what's going to happen. You just have to trust him and step out and see what he's going to do. He's not always going to give you what you want, but he's going to give you what you need. Wasn't that Rolling Stones? think Rolling Stone said that. Can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. Yeah. I'm learning how to sing the national anthem by Jimmy. So he's giving me teaching lessons, so I can do honor with that song, which I want to do. That's cool, Flapjack. That's very cool. Isn't he amazing? It's like when you get it, when the light bulb goes off, and you're like, yeah, man, my father's. My father's watching out for me, and it's just such a great feeling to know, or to have the feeling that you are where you're supposed to be. If you feel like you're not supposed to be where you are, and pray to God for direction, and He'll make it obvious to you where you're supposed to go. We are, we're all children of the Most High God, and He loves us, and He wants us to trust Him. He'll wait at the door, keeping the door closed. And when you let go and you let God and you truly believe that He's going to take care of you, He will open up amazing opportunities for you and protect you. I'm not a pastor, I'm not a prophet. I'm just a guy from New Jersey with a cowboy hat that believes that God has this, and we are in epic times. This is no joke. This is not just a typical time period in our lives. There's stuff going on that's threatening our freedom. And if America falls, the world's gonna fall. Thank you, Collins. I appreciate that. Again, this show is, Mustang Medic is not about me. It's about the truth. It's about God and having faith in what He's doing. The moment it becomes about me is the moment He closes the door. My thoughts on the audits? Yeah, I mean, the audits, there's just so much darn corruption. My thoughts on the audits. If the audits are done correctly, they're going to find out that President Trump won. If they're done correctly. I can't go into great detail because I'm on YouTube and there's community guidelines about that stuff, but we're all praying for a domino effect. I at this time don't believe. I think the corruption is so deep that I don't see it turning the election around, which would be amazing if it did, because you guys trust me. I would love for it to be turned around. I just don't have any evidence that it's going to be, and the corruption's so deep, and the propaganda around the election is so heavy, and the algorithms are set, and the machines were online, and it's like, we know it. Oh, action shot. Somebody's having fun. I got a helicopter. God, maybe wait, but here's the helicopter. We got a helicopter. We're delivering at Mustang Medic. See how good God is? Do you see how good God is? See? You just have to wait on Him. It's all in God's timing. He gave us a helicopter. I prayed for it on this live stream, and He gave us a helicopter. Some of you are saying it's just by chance. I'm going by faith, and that helicopter was given to me by God. Okay? I prayed for a helicopter, and it happened. Doesn't have to happen immediately. We just have to wait on God. There's a classic example right here on video. That was cool. That made it all worthwhile. I love it. We got our helicopter. That was cool. For the helicopter. Thank you, Jordan. See, but I'm telling you, it's like, how do I explain it to you? It's like I step out in the you know, during the day, and people try to schedule me and things. So they tell me you should do this, you should talk to Dan Bon Jovi, things like that. You know, and I always say that I just walk by faith, and if something comes to me and it's an opportunity, and like people are approaching me, like what happened to me at Mount Rushmore, a woman said, "I'm taking you down on stage." I'm like, "What?" She says, "You're going on stage." So I went out and walked in front of 1,700 people because this woman told me, I don't know who she was or who she was connected to, or she just decided to tell me that. But it became an amazing experience. You guys can all see it on video. I don't know if I set up a playlist on Mount Rushmore. I might have. You can look at the playlist on MustangMedic. If there's a Mount Rushmore playlist, you got to watch those videos. It was just epic. It was a lot of excited people, and then nothing happened. President Trump didn't come. Nothing big happened on July 4th. We were all a little bummed. I won't always say I was bummed because it was still a great experience. I met a lot of really cool people and everything. But I keep hoping that a new format like YouTube is going to start up that can be monetized, and I can grow, this message exponentially without being restricted like I am on YouTube. But it is what it is right now, and I just have to deal with where the cards lay and work with what I've got. And right now what I've got is YouTube, which is allowing me to stay up. I'm grateful for that. And maybe they let me stay up because I report on with everybody. I don't have a little agenda except God and the truth and letting people speak. That was cool with the helicopter flying right over my head, getting that close. I wasn't expecting that. That was even cooler. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. Amen. All right, there's the view of the Potomac. It's getting dark. I gotta go home, eat, and go to bed. And be ready for tomorrow's flight. It'll be a good time. Get the hotel stay set up. Flight's obviously set up. And then I'm going to Colorado Springs next. It's like every 6 weeks I'm now traveling for these events. All right, guys. I guess I'll turn the camera around. This is William Wheating from MustangMedic with another live stream, another miracle of God. I got my helicopter. And know that you're appreciated. Trust that God has this. Know that you're activated. Ask God to hesitate. If God is telling you to do something, it's, if it's of God, make sure it's of God. It's time for us to activate. We're not going away. We're not going to let this just pass by as a normal, election. It wasn't. And one thing I can promise you is I will always give you the truth. So help me God. Appreciate all of you. Thank you, Kathleen, and everybody that donated. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Share the videos. And another day is coming. And if I can do this until the end of my life, I'll be happy. And if I can't, then God's sending me somewhere else, and I'll accept that. Thanks, guys. Darn arrow.